Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. So I would like to share a little bit of the business perspective. So uh, I run our European business for Iron Mountain, and we are in the heart of this digital transformation, supporting governments and companies in their digital transformation. And, I'll start with kind of a big picture. It's like what's happening kind of right now in the world. We have the war in Ukraine, but we have also a lot of kind of economic shocks. So inflation, we talk about the cost of living, the impact to the citizens, but it's also kind of, it's a cost of capital for the companies to invest in innovation. We have great plans that are coming out of European Union that actually, support the digital and green transition. Through those programs, Europe wants to be a climate neutral by 2050. So definitely a great impact on the European citizens. And already it's proven that with the digital transformation, both the economies and the companies are more resilient in the current times. We also have additional activities on the market, like China reopen. So I know there was a lot of discussion around how it is going to impact the gas prices if China starts, its own kind of growth engine, and obviously kind of Inflation Reduction Act announced by Joe Biden in the US. So a lot of, I would say, outside and inside impacts for the European economy. But, the positive side is Europe is, in a pretty strong stand. We have really good talent, not in the business, but just kind of in the economy. We have a pretty strong, I would say, capital in Europe. What we have to kind of, from a perspective of being more competitive, Europe has to put even more in terms of creating the culture of innovation. Europe, I would kind of, I had an experience living in North America and managing our business in North America as well. So kind of you see a different cultures, like Europe is more kind of risk averse. In North America, we see more like fast to fail, not being afraid of, making mistakes and kind of learn the lesson. And I think that for Europe and for the businesses, it will be extremely important to start creating that culture. And it also has to be supported by, I would say, less regulations, because if you look kind of in North America, they first let the new industries, new innovation coming up, and then the regulations come after that. Obviously, there are some shocks. We should not forget that FTX recently, which was absolutely kind of that market of the cryptocurrency was not properly regulated, but over-regulation is actually killing the innovation as well. So I think for Europe, the great kind of future for us would be kind of creating that culture of innovation. But also kind of as an organization, when you look at some of the studies, European companies actually invest less in R&D than US or China does. So per Accenture's recent study, if European companies would be spending same percentage of their global income as North America, we would have about $388 billion more invested into innovation. But it's, with the programs that we have today coming from the European Union, the Resilience and Recovery Facility, Next Generation EU, Repower EU, but also I want to call out the European health space, health data space, which is going to significantly improve kind of the access to the healthcare for all of the European citizens. It's also about the development of the pharmaceuticals, life-saving pharmaceuticals. So it's a very strong environment, a lot of kind of investment coming in. So my kind of the end statement is, how do we create that culture of innovation and not being afraid to fail?